Hi, my name is Jeff Carr from Ultra Consulting, and thanks for joining us today. I'm fortunate today to have with us Andrew Bolivar. So, Andrew, I know recently we put you in charge of what we call the Center of Excellence at Ultra Consulting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So the Center of Excellence at Ultra is really around a few different things, I would say. It's an internal effort to kind of unify and gather our process knowledge and our technology knowledge. So we've got a lot of great consultants out in the field with a tremendous amount of exposure in the day-to-day business that they're going through with the clients. But we wanted to kind of formalize the mechanism to pull some of that back in and to make sure that we're using it and we're taking advantage of it so that we can further the value to the clients. That's one portion. The other area is in support of technology evaluation and research. So ensuring that we understand what the different players are doing in the market space, how they're meeting the shifting requirements that they're exposed to in the different verticals, and making sure that we stay current and are helping our clients understand what that shifting playing field looks like and what that different technology is capable of.
So the Center of Excellence is really Ultra's research arm.
That is one way to put it, yeah. That's
Okay.
a lot of what we do.
So how does that come into play with our customers in terms of when they're looking for a new information system? How does the Center of Excellence help them?
So there's a few stages that we get involved in to pull that off. On the front side, there's conversations obviously with the client about their perspectives and perceptions of the technology marketplace, where they're trying to go strategically, what type of deployment they're looking for, what type of technology stacks they may already have in play. That type of information helps us understand what the playing field probably should look like for them initially. So that helps us get from everyone out there to a set that we can start having a conversation about. From there, we start getting into the specifics of the software. And that's where the research that the Center of Excellence does, I think, comes into play, which is, how do different markets and segments get served by the different technologies? So who's in F&B, who's in complex manufacturing or an engineering outfit, for example. So we want to make sure that we understand that, understand the technology underpinnings, understand their go-to-market strategies. So how does a given vendor approach the market? Is it through a partner network? Do they go direct? What does their implementation methodology look like, and how do they tackle that? So that we can help our clients evaluate software through multiple lenses and perspectives beyond just functionality.
How do you help them get to their long list of vendors and their short list of vendors? Is there specific deliverables that Ultra provides the clients?
There are. We start off, like I mentioned, with a kind of understanding the client's perceptions and perspectives, making sure that we're looking in the right budget and the right technology stack for starters, the right deployment models. From there, we start an evaluation process, and we go through initially a set of qualification rounds. Generally, we're approaching that through a scripted set of demonstrations that we ask the participating vendors to provide. When they're going through that process, they're looking at decision drivers. Of course, any client in a given vertical has a set of functional requirements, but there may be other factors at play that will help the client narrow the playing field. And those are the decision drivers that we're looking for. I mentioned, for example, deployment options. There may be a client that wants to stay on premise or one that wants to go into the cloud. We have clients that are very interested in understanding if they can have local implementation support. Perhaps a client that wants to stay within a technology stack that they have. Those are the type of decision drivers that we would look to. And they may be feature function as well. So if you consider a food and beverage company that needs lot traceability to maintain compliance, and that's high on their list, that's something that we may add as well. From there, we go through an evaluation process, have them demonstrate it, and rank and score that process so that we try to provide some objectivity to what can be a very subjective evaluation. Once we have that, we're at the short list, and from there it's a very detailed, thorough review of functionality, technology, obviously cost, making sure that we think the investment and the ROI is there for the client. And then the partnership, right? We need to be comfortable with the client, or the client needs to be comfortable with the partner that they select. We try to look through it, all of those lenses, and help drive the client's decision process for them.
It's been said that the companies, they have a choice of, help finding an independent consultant or, going it themselves. What do you say to those companies that are going on one of these projects by themselves? Do you have any tips or advice for them?
Sure. ERP projects are known to be risky. They're some of the largest business projects that a company can take on. Statistically speaking, about half of organizations tackle these projects on their own. And the risks and extensions of budget and timeline and so forth are higher in that set. So there's certainly a value to bringing someone on board who's got experience in doing these type of projects.
Great. Well, Andrew, thank you very much for information today about the Center of Excellence. Appreciate it. Thank you also for joining us today, and
Thank you.
we'll see you next time.